Are we rolling? All right. Hello, yes, it's me, the king of late-night TV, David Bronstein. Boy, do I have a lot to say. Ready for this one? Listen to this one. My kid, Lauren, has been having stomach pains for 2 or 3 years. Terrible stomach pains. Can't figure it out. Been to all the tests, blood tests, gastro and something, doctors. All these out. Can't figure it out. It all gets in his head. He's nervous, anxiety. Like we all have anxiety, high anxiety. It's all in his head. His head is causing the stomach pains. That's it. So he went for a blood test on Monday. And the blood test, the doctor called Monday night and said there's some elevated enzymes or something like that in his blood, whatever it is, and he wants him to go for an ultrasound to see what's going on in his stomach, his whatever organs you got, whatever, to see why it would be elevated. It could be a virus or inflammation, who knows, whatever it is. So he called had the blood test Monday, he called Tuesday night. So right away, Jews, we're all hypochondriacs anyway. As soon as we get a cough or a runny nose, we're already booking funeral arrangements. That's what happens. We're already ordering cemetery plots. One cough, that's it. The party's over. They close up the whole house. So right away, Andy's nervous. Oh my God, I can't. We got to do something. So we called for an ultrasound on Wednesday. And of course, I'm American. I want to go right now. What am I waiting for? But can't get in. Have to get on Saturday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Said I'm not waiting for that. But the kids are nervous not nervous because of this. He's nervous anyway. He has to go to doctors. You have to give him an emblem patch when he has to get a blood test. You walk there. Dracula comes in, gives you a bite. That's it. Couldn't do it. He has to put some patch or something that makes you numb. So it's not like I can take my kid to make a few phone calls, go to another place, or give him ultrasounds. We want to stay in the area. So the only opening was Saturday. I said, Andrew, call back and see if there's any cancellation. So she finally got Friday, yesterday, for the ultrasound at 8 o'clock in the morning. Now, I gave my kid some health food stuff over the weeks because no one's helping him with his stomach pain. Somebody has to help him. Just can't sit there. So I got him some charcoal crap from the health food store, intestine powder, a bunch of crap to make him help the lining in the stomach, something to help him. I just can't sit there. It's on his head. That's it. Goodbye. I got to help him. He's my kid. I would do the same thing myself. It's not going to sit there and be in pain for 2 and 3 years, whatever. Nobody can figure out why. So when I said, Andrew, maybe it's the crazy pills he's taking, the charcoal and the powder and the Lomotil for his diarrhea and whatever going on in his stomach. So maybe that elevated these enzymes, whatever it is, but who knows what. But the doctor said, come in next week for another blood test. And I thought, next week? If there's some elevated enzymes that he just saw, I want to come in tomorrow and another blood test. But then I thought, maybe it's right. Wait till all this stuff is out of his system and then do it next week. So I was debating, and I figured that's probably the best thing. Wait till next week anyway. So we booked another appointment next Wednesday, I think at 4 o'clock. I got another blood test, but it's in a week. It'll be fine. But the ultrasound we got on Friday. All right, Friday. So we got the call Tuesday night, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 2 days. Now the girl at the lab said make sure they sign in to get a verbal that they'll call it in right away. Great. So we go at 8 o'clock yesterday morning to get this ultrasound, and now we're waiting all day to hear the results from the doctor. Of course, I get no calls from the doctor all day. Well, no news is good news. The doctor only calls when something's the matter. When everything's okay, you never hear from him. I figure out everything must be all right. So I go to the doctor anyway at 2 o'clock, and I say, listen, I haven't heard from my doctor. I want to know what the results are. And the girl that is his assistant, whatever, reception says, I haven't heard from him. He's not here now. He didn't say anything to me. I don't know what's going on. I don't know anything, so that's all I know nothing. I don't know if he heard something, he wrote something down. I don't know. You have to call Monday. Yeah, it's very, very good. So I go to the lab. Then I said, could you tell me that my kid Lauren had this ultrasound here this morning. Can you tell me if the results were sent to my doctor? And what does she say? Well, you know, I see them here. I don't think they were sent. They were supposed to be faxed, but our doctor's not here, so I don't think they were sent. He could have spoken to your doctor, but I don't know if he spoke to your doctor. So we don't know. Is your doctor? I said, my doctor is not there, so we don't know. So I said, so whatever was supposed to be sent was not sent. That's correct, he said. Now, I said, when's it going to be sent? Monday it'll be sent. I said, well, when Monday can I go to find out what the results are? Monday morning, Monday afternoon, Monday night, you tell me when. She said, by afternoon, then we'll have them sent there. Now, here's my question to you. If we've checked off a verbal, and it should have been sent yesterday, why wasn't it sent yesterday? Why do I have to hold everybody's hand and make sure they do their job? Like when I did this American Stripper, the show I did, I had another editing suite I was doing business with, and I pick out all the shots, I give a shot list, I give them all the words I want, I spell out all the words, I say, here it is, I'm in Las Vegas shooting, they call me, the editing job's done, I said, great, send it to the dubbing house, I sent it to the dubbing house, we put up 25,000 DVDs, and I see the DVD, misspelled words. I called the editing suite. I said, you spelled the words wrong. Well, it's not our fault. It's your job to check our work. I said, I'm paying you for the work. I gave you specific instructions. If I have to check your work, I might as well do it myself. Why do I have to pay you and get wrong work at the same time? So in this case, they give instructions, give a verbal agreement, send it over today. They don't send it over. So do I have to call them earlier and say, hey, did you do this? I have to check everybody's work. I have to micromanage everybody. But here's the story why I'm here to tell you this. So we don't know what the results were as of yesterday, because nobody did their job properly, of course. So the office is open today, but my doctor's not there today. But there's a whole other doctors there. I'm hoping maybe my doctor got a verbal. He wrote it in the chart, and this doctor today can tell me what it said. Because why do I have to wait? What am I waiting for? I go there today. Everybody knows who I am. Everybody knows I'm David Bronstein. The office knows me. They see me there. All the girls know. Everybody, David. They know me from television. David Bronstein. I say it 25 times. And this other doctor who's there has seen me there so many times, television, all that stuff. So the girl that works there, I said, I'm not here for myself. I'm here for Lauren. Take out Lauren Bronstein's chart. So he comes, he walks out to call the next patient, He sees me standing there and all that stuff. Then he takes Lauren's chart, and he says, Lauren Bronstein? And I say, I'm right here. And I'm walking in, and he says to me, what can I do for you, Lauren? He calls me Lauren because the chart says Lauren. The doctor. He thinks I'm Lauren. He knows who I am. After what? I said, he called me Lauren. I said, doctor, I'm not Lauren. Lauren is my little boy. He's been having terrible stomach pains for 2 or 3 years. Everyone says they can't figure it out. It's been a gastro something, doctor's blood test. Can't figure it out. It's all in his head. So, we had a blood test a few days ago. I want you to check the blood test for me. So he opens it up. He says, okay, what do you want me to see? You hear this, Lauren? Doctor says, what do you want me to see? I said, would you look at the blood test? He looks at the one page. Okay, well, I see these enzymes are a little higher. He's okay. So he says, what else? I said, would you look at the next page, please? Why do I have to tell him to look at the whole blood test? When I got it, when I went to the office, I said, I want to copy the blood test if the doctor called me. It's 2 or 3 pages. You think I just looked at the first page? All right, that's it. I looked at every page I had. Why do I have to tell this doctor to look at every page of the blood test? Jared, you hear what I'm saying here? Yeah. He looks at the next one. Okay, I said, it's elevated here, elevated there. Okay, what do you want me to do? That's what he says to me. What do you want me to do? I said, well, Lauren went for an ultrasound yesterday. They were supposed to call in with a verbal. Can you see if there's any results there? He says, no results are here. No, you won't get until next week. I said, next week? Why did they say call in for a verbal? He says, sir, I'm very busy. You see, I have patients out there in the office. What do you want me to do? You want to run my practice for me? I said, this is what he said. This is the way the doctor talks to me. I said that he went there specifically to get a verbal. I said, how do I know he didn't get a verbal? He said, well, maybe he did. Maybe they called you, doctor, and it's in his head. I said, in his head, well, maybe he wrote it down. Could you see if he wrote it? Is there a piece of paper in that file that maybe he wrote something down? Why would it be in his head? He says, I don't know. You want to call your doctor? I said, yeah, what's his phone number? And I wouldn't take out my pen. He said, call him next week. I'll be here on Monday. I said, why? I said, whatever these enzymes are, what does this mean? He said, I have no idea. I said, well, my doctor said, have Lauren come in next week for a blood test. Why wouldn't he say, oh, these are elevated. You should come in tomorrow. Because if he went in tomorrow, it would probably be the same results. We want to say next week, maybe it's an inflammation, maybe it's a virus, an infection, but nothing's, if he went in the next day, it would be the same thing. So by next week, maybe it'll go down, it'll be lower, it'll be corrected itself. Who knows why, but that's why he probably said next week, but you're going to have to talk to your doctor. I get a lot of great service, don't I? Is this the craziest? What doctor says to me, all right, what do you want me to do? What he says that? When I say, I'm supposed to get a verbal. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's in your doctor's head. Why would it be in his head? If he called and got a verbal, he would write it down and put it in his chart. The crazy thing is, why do I have to tell this doctor that he would write it down and put it in the chart when the doctor said to me, I don't know if he got a verbal. Maybe he did. He spoke to somebody there and it's in his head. Why did I have to say in his head? Wouldn't he write it down on a piece of paper and put it in the chart? This is what I get. Now, I'll tell you, my life, if I didn't find humor in everything that I do, I'm always fighting like Donald Trump. But every day I'm always ready for action. I'd be in a straitjacket. Because anyone else would be so upset with this conversation, I had to come and tell you this, because it's exactly what I got to record these conversations. What doctor says these? I mean, he didn't seem alarmed or anything. That got on the enzymes level. Oh my God, he didn't say that. He said, all right, look at it. What are we going to do? Why can't he say, oh, Dave, I see it's a little high here. Did you have an ultrasound? What did your doctor say? Why can't he talk like a person? He's asking me what I want him to do. And when I go to have the x-rays of my kid, and they're supposed to be delivered that day, I want them delivered that day. Why don't things happen like they're supposed to happen? Because in my life, I got to push people to do it. Look, if any doctors are listening out there, I will pay you $100,000 to be on call. I want a doctor on call for me, my family. That's what I need. When I need you, when I need answers, it gets done right now. Because my friends in Philadelphia, my friends in Florida, who are all doctors, said, Dave, fly Lauren out now. We'll give you whatever you want. They said, get him on a plane now. We'll get this taken, that taken, that taken. We'll have 1, 2, 3 figured out. But Lauren doesn't want to fly. And And neither do I. Anyway, so we're going to wait next week to find out, but I had to tell you what happened with this doctor today. It was unbelievable when he said, all right, what do you want me to do? And I said, look at the chart. All right, I see it. Now what? I said, would you look at the next page? It's unbelievable! Go to DavidBronstein.com. Tell me what you would do at DavidBronstein.com. Let me relax for 2 minutes. It's Saturday. And it's Saturday morning I got to go through this. I'm doing a show already, an early show. Goodbye. How do I turn this off?